The European Union is now looking at more economic benefit versus passive investment.
That's why we receive so many awards around the world as a best residency program.
Hello everyone, greetings from Ardens Grace. Welcome to Global Visa's Meeting Pros. I'm Lynette, your host for this exciting series. And today we have the very unique opportunity to have a conversation with Mr. Vaggelis, President of WeSquare Development, a major player in Grace Golden Visa program. It's such a pleasure that we talk to you today. And how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
I think it's better that we can do some introduction of your company. We noticed that WeSquare is a very unique name.
That is true.
Yes, what's the story behind it?
The story is kind of interesting, and the fact that my first name is Vaggelis, so it starts with a V, and it's not very common in Greece that also my father's name was Vaggelis. So he was the one that started the company back in 1962.
Okay.
So this year we're celebrating 63 years of history. So because I wanted to do the continuation and pay also my respect to the elderly of bringing us here where we are today. So that is the reason I named the company in 2013. I changed the name of the company from Ergon Development to WeSquare Development in order to honor also my father's legacy.
So can you please have like a brief talk about WeSquare, since you are the most appropriate person to do it right now?
Yes, well, WeSquare Development, we have signed more than 8,000 contracts to clients of our exclusive real estate assets. And we are having the honor of leading the Greek real estate market for too many years. Is too much the experience that we carry on, and we are very fortunate to have the opportunity to communicate that with your audience, to cooperate with your esteemed company in the matters of the Greek Golden Visa, and talk all about the changes and the details in order to assist your investors to make the best possible choice.
Okay, thank you very much. And okay, so after the 2008 crisis, Grace launched this Golden Visa program to bring more foreigners come here for the investment. So from your perspective, how has this really played out for the property market over time? And has it helped like stabilize things, economy, let's say, or has it brought some like unexpected challenges?
Crisis started in basically all southern European countries, right? Like Spain, Portugal, Italy, Cyprus, Malta, where we were all more or less on the same situation back in the day. So we introduced the program actually on May 2013, and the purpose was to instill some new money, to make some new investments, to attract some investors, some more investors in the real estate market. So that's what it did at the beginning. We had to compete with many programs, with many countries. So it was a reluctant, let's say, beginning until 2016, 2017, when it really started to flourish. And it is well known that it's the last years, it is considered the most, say, prominent immigration investment program in Europe. The whole point was that the changes that were occurred was in order to assist the housing crisis that we are dealing right now in Athens. There is a huge need. We have around 250,000 residential properties that are missing from the market in order to reach what we finance experts we call equilibrium, which means the total balance between the supply and the demand. So these are great news for your investors and for whoever is interested to invest in Greece, because in real estate, because there is a huge need on residential properties. That means that the rental prices, they're climbing up very fast. So they should be expecting a very good return.
There's one thing that we notice is very interesting is that when Grace launched this project, 250,000 euro property program. That it's the same year that you became president of WeSquare, right?
Actually, it is the year that I changed the company's name.
Changed the name.
And it's true because since 2008, as you very well mentioned earlier, Greek real estate market was in a very deep crisis. As we all know, the first sector of the economy that's been hit when there is a crisis. So definitely we faced some tremendous challenges at that time. So it was exactly in order to, with the program to the company, I decided under my leadership to have a more extrovert approach. That is the reason that, and I was also one of the very few people that we made the program into the reality. We were working for it for more than a year in order to make the Greek Golden Visa program. So it was connected with the extrovert approach and policy that I decided for the company, and it has been validated because your investors, you need to know a very important figure for a Greek real estate reality. That our population is decreasing significantly. We are decreasing around 40,000 people per year. So the number one need that creates need for housing, it is the increase of population. So for Greek real estate, there is no other way. It is one-way street to attract investors from abroad. And that's why we are so supportive of the program. And so we're supporting it. And we expect to have no further changes and for the program to stay not only for the next period, but for many, many years. It is the only way of being able to attract new investments, new people into Greece, into Greek housing. And I'm definitely confident that the success of the program will continue.
I see. Can you please, recall a memory that, do you remember for the first group of the clients, where were they primarily coming from? And what's the difference between the clients that, invested like a few years ago from the very beginning, from now? What's the difference between them? Okay,
we'll definitely draw the difference. Now, who was the first? And it is actually your company who decides that, because your company is the most influential, let's say, investment immigration company in the world, and definitely Chinese market, Chinese citizens have been since day one the first to understand the importance and the value of the program. And they accumulate around 70% of the total of the investors. So without the Chinese market, the program wouldn't be the same, wouldn't be so successful as it is now. So it has always been the Chinese market that is leading the way. And definitely regarding the changes that you mentioned, of course, there's been, in these 12 years, there's been a tremendous amount of span, because the properties since when the program started in 2013 has been increased more than 45%. So and that then the Golden Visa has played a very important key role on the properties price increasing in Athens. Areas have been changed a lot, because Athens, regardless of the fact that Greece is a relatively small country, we're just 11 million people, but more than 5 million will live in Athens. So Athens is the key, is for the economy, for real estate, for all activities that concern to social life. So the areas, when it first started, there were more let's say areas that they were closer to the southeast suburbs of Athens, closer to the sea, because Athens has this unique situation of having a 5 million city, but have also a 60 kilometers coastline, which you cannot find. Which you cannot find in any country in the world, actually. Not only to have a metropolitan city with such a huge coastline that you can actually swim, that the water is clean, that the people can enjoy the Greek way of life. So it started from there, then it moved downtown, then it moved to the north, to the west, after the law changes in the last 2 years. So we've seen that there's been a broad influence on all the suburbs of Athens that have made the city flourish, and have very new properties that will come into the market, which have assisted also the quality of the life of the tenants. And that is why the Greek golden visa and the golden visa is so important, for the Greek real estate.
Yeah, and then I think also for nowadays, the investor, they are more and more like open-minded. They open their eyes, compare like before.
It is only logical, definitely, because it's been 12 years that the program is running, so the market becomes more and more transparent. So it's only logical.
Yeah, exactly. Next question is, what we mentioned about the other countries in Europe, that we've seen Portugal and Spain, they closed their golden visa real estate options. And Greece just, increase the minimum investment to up to 400,000 and 800,000 in some area. So, in your opinion, what is the real reason, behind all this?
We have definitely to make your clients and the investors understand that the 250,000 euros is still available. This is huge.
Yes.
Which means what it means. If I was a third country citizen, if I was a Chinese citizen and I'm looking into making an investment in Greece, it shows that the government has not taken advantage of the success of the program. So what the government tried to do with this year's changes, still keeping the 250,000 euros option available, they tried to make the golden visa into a tool in order to assist for the housing crisis that we are experiencing in Athens. And the government, it is actually the rental issue, the housing crisis that we experience in Athens. It is the number one concern of the population. It has been a study, and for us that we are experts on real estate, it is very clear that when a family spends more than 30% of their monthly income into rent, that means that this family does not have quality of life. So it was imperative for the Greek government to take the correct actions and take actions in order to assist to ease the housing crisis. And that was the reason that with the new law, we have the ability to convert commercial properties or industrial to residential, and creating big communities with big projects in order to create a more available apartments for the Greek or international tenants. And that is the reason that the government made these changes, in order to assist. So, because I was part of the process and the whole legislation, and the last year and the year before, that is their concern, and as every government needs to do, their citizens' concerns and issues should come in first, and that is what happened. And we are certainly think that this decision to maintain the 250,000 euros shows to the investors that we don't want to rip you off. We don't want to, take advantage of the opportunity and increasing as other countries done, or limiting the options.
So it's not like we are making enough money now. You need
exactly. No, but that's not the purpose, because what as we said earlier, for us it's a necessity. The foreign investments, especially in real estate, it is a necessity for our country to be able to keeping forward. So that was the reason that the government kept the 250,000 euros option, but from the other hand, making also the necessary adjustments in order to assist the housing crisis that the citizens are dealing with.
I see. Makes sense. And with these, European golden visa program, disappearing from, no matter from other countries or from Greece, that left and right and up and down, does that make you nervous? I mean, as a developer here, because of this policy changing, or when governments keep changing the rules, how do you deal with the uncertainty at V-Square development, maybe if there's some uncertainty, and do you have any special strategies to stay ahead of these policy changes?
We definitely are 100% sure that the Greek golden visa will not have any more changes, but not only that, but now, because it's been very clear and it's been proven that the golden visa was not a reason that accumulate
Sure.
the housing crisis.
Sure.
Now we are moving towards the other direction of being influenced and talking to the government in order to increase options as far as real estate is concerned. You know, a new that has been occurred the last 2 days. The government is very seriously considering of providing also golden visa for new construction licenses. Okay, so that means exactly again to make a tool of the golden visa in order to be able to provide more available properties into the availability. So it is very clear that the restrictions, let's say, period has been over, it's been passed, and now we're moving slowly towards on giving more choices as far as obtaining the golden visa.
Yeah, I think it's a good news for all the investors.
Definitely.
Yes, at least there will not be like any big changes, let's say, in the future about these policies.
No, definitely not. This been communicated, this been promised and discussed. Definitely for the tenure of this government, which is another 2.5 years, there will not be any more restrictions. What it actually be is moving towards the other direction of including even more ways of being in real estate. And that is one of these, and the most important one, is to be able to have new construction licenses, to be able also the investors still and always at the 250,000 threshold to be able to get golden visa.
Okay. And I think because we just mentioned about this time, the policy change, actually still we have 250,000 euro options, which is very, very good for our investors. But the condition is that you need to finish the conversion. So we're gonna talk deeper about this kind of topic. Yes. So what do you think? Because this kind of converting from commercial to residential projects. What do you think, is the key advantage of these such projects, compared to the traditional ones?
There are bigger ones. In Greece, we have a very, especially in Athens, the plots are very small. When the developers, like my father back in the day, when they were creating big, villages or areas, or expanding Athens, let's put it this way, they were making, in order to sell as many plots as possible, they were making the plots very small. Okay. So based on the density and the ability you have to build on each plot, and having in mind that the Greek mentality, we are against tall buildings, skyscrapers, and there is a law that says that no building can be higher than the Acropolis. Okay?
Yes.
So based on this fact, you see that the highest building in Athens, there can be only one, the tower that it's in.
It's called Athens Tower or something.
Yeah,
right?
It's called Athens Tower, and it's the only building that it's more than 6 floors. Okay, so having that in mind, you understand that the projects we were able to provide to your clients were very small as far as number of units. Okay, and that is a process that we are all accustomed in Greece. Actually, when you're having a project like this with 150 units, yes, you're creating a small village. Okay, yeah. So that is the
community.
Yeah, exactly. That is the mindset and all the facilities that you need to have in order to be able to support that kind of building. These are all the new reality we are doing in real estate. I'm actually very excited, because I really think that we're gonna create some excellent buildings that will even be having a better image and a better quality, which is also beneficial for your clients.
Yeah. So for this, and we just mentioned that this very unique project under the new policy. So I think I want to hear your concept about your project. Actually, after these new regulation, commercial to residential conversions. So when you find the project, so what is your top priority?
Location. Yeah. The three most important reasons of success, it's location. I think in this project that we'll discuss later, we have actually succeeded into that, because it's right in the center of Athens, right next to all facilities, right like to the theaters, clubs, bars, all in a walking distance.
Now we are in your office, is exactly next to Syntagma. It's a very famous place here in Greece. And I remember if we walk to your project, it's like 15 minutes.
Actually very close, 140 meters from the project there is a metro station.
Yes.
So it is very easily accessible, and we're actually very excited. And I said the most important thing is location, and with also the increase of the student housing that we're gonna have over the next years, because your investors, they need to be aware that the Greek government last May, 11 months ago, voted a law which equalize the value of the public universities to the private universities. So we have a huge interest from many great institutions, educational institutions from the United States, from United Kingdom, and from other countries to actually make branches in Greece. So that will definitely make Athens a center for educational choice for all the countries in the Eastern Europe, meaning, and the Balkan area. We're talking about possibly about a population of around 150, 160 million people that are living in these countries, and they will consider Athens as the best choice, let's say. So basically what we will see, because this year, since May it was voted, and then September the school year started, we didn't see the impact of what it will have, because it was too late already. But this September, we're gonna start seeing the new students which will be arriving and enrolling at the Greek universities, which will only increase the need of housing, therefore increase the rents, therefore have better return on the investments for all the potential investors.
And in my impression, it's like at least 3 universities are very, very close to our projects. Not only one. It's like we're in the area that like full of universities. That's at least 3. I remember 3 universities. And also given the fact that actually a lot of universities, actually all of them, universities in Greece, there is no dormitory inside the.
No, it is not.
Inside
and
the
the public ones, in the public ones that there is some, there are very few, very small percentage, and a very bad quality of living, conditions of living. So definitely, let's take it from the beginning. The people that they will send, the parents that they will send their children to study in Athens and pay that amount of money in order to enroll on those kind of universities, they will definitely have the financial ability of spending something more in order to have their children living on ideal conditions. And I am 100% confident that this will be the competitive advantage of the plaza residences. It is my strong impression that will all be given to students, which will definitely increase the return on the investment for the investors.
Yeah, and actually for this project, I know why I say it's very unique, because it's not only a concept of a student housing, not only a dormitory. Actually, we have a lot of facilities, and it's just like I said, it's like a community that you can, as a young people, you can have your life there, because we will have laundries, we'll have pharmacies, these kind of basic thing, and restaurant, cafe, and also we will have a bar.
Spa.
Yes. Can you please, describe more,
sure.
please?
Well, it is. We have to make it clear that apart from the Hellenico project, which is, the most,
where is your concept
the biggest project in Greek real estate, and to have in the Athens center, I'm talking about, okay, I'm not talking about other areas, but in Athens center, to have the ability 120 meters from the metro, because it's not only what it is in a walking distance going to universities, because the Athens metro goes everywhere, so you can have in 10 minutes you can be at the university, however far it is. So I think that having a restaurant a cafe which will operate 24 hours.
24 hours.
Meaning being...
Which is not easy to be found here
in Greece. In Greece, no. You cannot find facilities that will operate for 24 hours. Also, the Sky Bar, because we have signed an exclusive cooperation with the Mondrian Hotel, it is the first hotel and has owned the rights of the Sky Bars all around the world, the original Sky Bars. So we've signed a cooperation and we have an agreement of creating the first original Greek Sky Bar, which will be at the 6th floor at the top of the building, which has 360 degrees. I think that this whole concept that we have creating there is exactly what you mentioned earlier, to create a community of 150 units with unique aesthetic, right in the center of the city, and there is not a similar project in the Greek real estate market right now.
I think
not only for Golden Visa, I'm talking real estate in general.
Yeah, because I've never seen this kind of project actually, and I think this project must be in a very good vibe. And okay, so speaking of this, actually our investors, they more, care about the leasing, because we just mentioned that you are also a rental market expert in this market. Yes. So actually, could you please first help us to walk us through some of the key points and challenges of Greek rental market?
First, to clarify that we never operate on an agent status. We are developers 100%. But because of our clients from the Golden Visa, we are managing. We have to manage, because only 6% of the total of the Golden Visa investors, they actually decide to live permanently in Athens and live on their properties. So we are managing the rest of 94%. We are managing the properties for them, and actually currently we are managing 1,200 properties. So we liked it or not, because it's quite a hassle. Managing properties is quite difficult and
so detailed,
challenging, and requires a lot of manpower and not so financially rewarding. But it's a service we enjoy to give to our clients. So based on this factor, in the last 12 years, because of the Golden Visa, we have to get very much familiar with the renting, and we did. And now it has become also a revenue center for our company, because when you're managing that many properties, that is also something that creates a steady income regardless of sales. So that's the way we are dealing with it. That's the way that it is. We are very excited actually, and blessed to have such a strong portfolio on renting. And I'm very optimistic, as I also mentioned, because of the need of residential properties in Athens, because of the need that will be for student housing with the induction into a Greek educational reality of more and more universities from abroad. I'm actually extremely optimistic about the returns that we'll have to the investors.
Okay, so from what I know is that for this project also you will help the clients to manage it. And how does WeSquare usually ensure the efficient property management and deliver stable rental returns for the investors? Well, according to your experience,
the actions speak louder than words. We have a 12 years track record. Your company knows that very
and
well.
Everything is transparent.
I know the parents, I know the cooperators that we have, and not only in Chinese market but all around the globe. Actually, this is the way that we work in our system. We are having an account statement. Everybody goes into all the details as far as payments is concerned, and everything is being recorded. There are all invoices for everything. The rental agreements, they're all deposited the way that they are at the Greek tax office. Every 6 months, we send back all the account statements to the clients with all the documentation, of course. We're going through all the debits and credits, and every time we're after their completion, everything with an email, everything in written, everything transparent, and then upon their approval, we transfer the amount of rental income to their bank accounts in Hong Kong.
I see. I think the clients who decided to buy your project, they are pretty lucky, because they have like the whole service that they can enjoy, and everything is transparent, and also they can get the rental like every 6 months, and they can see all the data actually provided.
Of course, it is their properties. It is our duty. They are the owners. We are just managing the properties for them. We are honored that they trust us with their confidence of managing their properties for them. And we are actually very happy and excited to offer the service. And I said that earlier, that at the beginning, when you have few properties to manage is actually challenging because it's not financially rewarding. But when you have to deal, like in our case right now, with 1,200 properties, this is something that by itself, it becomes an independent department within the development company that you have to show attention, care for detail, and provide the best service possible.
I totally agree. Okay, so basically, I just want to, tell all the audience about we have a very, very attractive project from WeSquare Development in the center of Athens, in the heart of Athens actually, and the concept is a student housing, dormitory stay, but it's a community. It will be an iconic building for not only for Golden Visa, but also for the whole Athens, because this is the most unique building that we have ever seen. And also, WeSquare Development, they will provide you very, very stable rental. And also they will provide you very, very good service from, after you buy this property and also from the leasing. So,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Lynette. It's very important for your listeners to know that, for example, there are many countries like, let's take Cyprus, for example, that they still have a residency by investment program, that the owners do not have the ability to rent their properties. Okay.
Exactly.
So basically, is like you punishing the investor of coming to invest to your country. So we need to be very clear here that when you purchase a property in Greece, you are the owner of the property. We just manage the property for you. We are here to assist you in order to have the chance to make the most possible return of the investment that you are actually doing. So it is your clients will need to have a very clear understanding that it's not because I want to get the golden visa, I'm getting a property in Greece, so maybe the property is not what it's supposed to be, or maybe it is overpriced, or maybe it's not what it should be, or whatever the case. No, that is not the case. They need to also have the ability, apart from this, that the opportunity that they're giving, which for me, it is a change of life actually, to take golden visa and have the ability to do business with the European Union market of 400 million people, send your family and your children to study in a Western European country. After 6 years, the children can also get citizenship if they want to. So it is a totally change of life for me. It is a new way of seeing things, and it's not related just to real estate. But even if you take that into consideration, still, for people that they are just talking numbers and they are just thinking numbers and they don't see the broader picture, we need to be very clear that they cannot expect the returns, of course, that the real estate has in China, for example. Okay, because China is a developing country, so things, and the GDP is increasing very fast. Europe is a developed continent. Greece is a developed country, so the ROI, the return on the investment, cannot be similar to what it is in China. Okay, but for European standards, they are extremely high. They are solid, stable, and stable. So I think that seeing all aspects into consideration of what the golden visa means, and actually on real estate aspect of how the prices in the Greek that have increased in Greece and the return on the investment from the rents, it is a one-way street. It's a unique opportunity, and I think your clients will have to actually take the decision and jump on it.
Yes, exactly. Actually, WeSquare Development and Golden Visa, we are all together to give our clients a solution, let's say, about their future if they want to come to Europe. So can I ask, as a long-term partner, how would you describe Global Visa's role in the Greek residency by investment market?
I already have mentioned that. Everybody knows in the investment immigration world that your company is the biggest, the most influential on the market, definitely Chinese market, but all around the globe. You are a set trender. You are the company who decides and set trends and influence the market the most as possible. Everybody else is a follower from all the other companies, and it's a pleasure to have the privilege of cooperating with you. The best can only work with the best, and we're excited to have this opportunity and honor our cooperation by providing the best possible service to your clients.
Okay, so my last question is that what key factors lead, we are the biggest in China, yes we know, but what is like the key factors lead WeSquare development to partner with Global Visa for Greek residency projects?
Of course, we need to talk about business first.
Yes.
The ability to produce more than any other partner that we have, not only in China but around the globe. That's why I mentioned that I consider your company the most influential into the market. That's the one part, because we need to talk about business, and of course our company's magnitude and the way we like to grow. It is by taking bigger leaps of or not steps, and that is the most important reason, but definitely also for the cooperation, for the quality of service. The fact that you have your own office, you are one of the very few, maybe the only one company that has an organized office in Greece that you have.
We have 2 in-house lawyers.
That's what I was ready to say. You took it right off my mouth. That you have also. Yeah, that's all right. That you have your own legal expert team. That they can have the best possible protection and service. This is all very important. Your clients need to know that. We also like to do a very transparent business and have everything, very clear. Mm-hmm. So we are enjoying doing that with you because you are, you're doing the same.
So just like you said, it's best with best versus best.
That's the way it should be.
Okay, so for our audience, that if you have any questions regarding Great Golden Visa program or our wonderful project, please leave your message or contact Global Visa. We will give you a very, very specific answer and guidance. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow us and leave a review. We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions for future topics. And today, thank you very, very much, guys, for your time and your very, very wonderful conversations that happened between us. And I hope that all the best with you, and we will work together, not only for our 2 companies, but also for the audience, that for the clients, to give them very, very good options for Great Golden Visa.
Thank you very much also for coming, for the opportunity to communicate my thoughts and our project to your clients, and looking forward to assist your clients to receive the best possible service if they choose to purchase a property from our company.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.